I came home for Christmas like I always did, like I promised. But the house was silent. No laughter, no cinnamon or burnt sugar, no crumpled wrapping paper, just the hollow hum of a lit tree blinking like it knew it had failed. "Hello?" I called out. "In here, sweetheart," came Grandma's voice, soft and tired. I stepped into the kitchen and found her alone at the table, hunched in her old purple sweater, pushing around cold stuffing with a fork. No decorations, no plates set, just her and the dim overhead light. "Where is everyone?" I asked. She didn't answer, just slid a folded piece of notebook paper across the table, her hand trembling. I opened it. No envelope, just my name scrawled in ink and a single, gut punchline. "Spent your $8,500 loan on a family cruise. Take care of Grandma, Mom." I stared. That money was for my dental surgery, a year of side gigs, skipped meals, and sleepless nights. "They left yesterday," Grandma said quietly, "didn't even take the trash out." I sat down, stunned. "They just left you here?" Grandma gave a bitter smile. "Honey, they only remember me when they need the Social Security check." I said nothing, but something inside me cracked, and in that silence, something colder started to settle in. That night, she kissed my cheek before bed and whispered, "You were always the kind one," then limped away. The same limp she got from that fall 2 winters ago, the one no one else ever bothered to get her rehab for. I stayed up, alone, no lights, no TV, just me and that note, that betrayal. I opened the family group chat. Nothing, not even a Merry Christmas. I scrolled up. Mom's last message, from November: "Don't forget to transfer the loan to Dad's account. We need to book before prices go up." Not a gift, not a favor, a loan, one I wasn't supposed to question. And I hadn't, because I never did. Jacob's tuition? I paid. Dad's gambling debt? I covered it. Kelly's rent? I sent it. Because if I didn't, I was ungrateful. Because family comes first. Because after all we've done for you. But what had they done? They kicked me out at 17 for refusing to lie when Jacob stole Grandma's meds. Skipped my graduation. Forgot my birthday, 3 years in a row. But when they needed money, suddenly, I was family again. The next morning, I found out where they were. Not just any cruise, the majestic Aurora. 10 days in the Caribbean, suite deck, private butler, infinity pool. $3,000 a person, 4 of them. I knew because Emily posted a photo on Instagram, must have forgotten to block me. All of them in robes, champagne in hand. The caption, "Finally, peace, away from the leeches." Leeches. They used my money. Abandoned Grandma with leftovers. And called me a leech. That was the last straw. I wasn't angry anymore. I was clear. That evening, I found myself in the garage, digging through Dad's old filing cabinet, bank records, receipts, bills. Grandma stood beside me, watching. "I need everything," I said, "where the money went, what they took, who helped them." She nodded, pulled out a battered notebook from the back of the drawer. "Let's start with 2016, she said. "That's when your mother first logged into my pension account." By midnight, we had numbers. By the next day, a plan. They came back like royalty, dragging suitcases and dripping entitlement, laughing like they hadn't left a single note and a fridge full of rotting leftovers behind. Emily flounced in first. Ugh, that last dinner gave me hives. Mom swept through the door, sunglasses still on, didn't even clean. "Huh?" Dad grunted when he saw me. "Oh, you're still here?" Jacob didn't say a word, just flopped on the couch. I sat at the table, hands folded, waiting. "Food?" Mom asked. "In the fridge," I said, "still plenty of the ham you left." Jacob snorted. "Dude, order takeout. It's not like you're broke." I stood. "Sit down," I said, "I've got something to show you." They didn't take me seriously until I turned the laptop around and pressed play. Video 1, a spreadsheet. Every dollar siphoned from Grandma's pension, every gas station ATM near Dad's favorite bar, every Zelle emergency to Emily mapped to Sephora and Apple purchases. Mom stiffened. "Where'd you get that?" "From her bank," I said flatly. "You should have picked a better password." Video 2, screenshots, Venmo logs, IP addresses, emails. Mom to Emily, "He won't notice the cruise deposit missing. He trusts us too much." They stared, shocked, scrambling for words. But I was already past that. I wasn't here for apologies. I was here to end this. Emily scoffed. He's a softie, besides, who leaves Grandma alone on Christmas? My jaw clenched. I could have stopped. I didn't. One more file, I said. I clicked play. Kelly's voice poured through the speakers, shaky and wrecked with sobs. She was on our porch 2 nights ago. I didn't want to go. I begged him, but Jacob said if you wouldn't hand over the money, they'd just leave her and deal with it later. I stayed quiet because he said it'd blow over. I'm sorry, I can't carry it anymore. Jacob shot up. You recorded my wife? That's illegal. No, I said calmly. She asked me to. She said she was done lying for you, done watching you bleed everyone dry. Dad stood now, face flushed. You little snake, digging into our accounts like some rat, like someone who's tired of being robbed. I didn't blink. I opened one final tab, a draft email already written. Subject: Formal report of elder financial abuse, evidence attached. 2. Social Security Fraud Division, Grandma's attorney, the Ombudsman, 2 news outlets. You have 48 hours, I said, voice steady, return every penny, or this goes out. Emily's hand shook. You're bluffing, you'd destroy your own family? I met her gaze. You already destroyed it, I'm just delivering the invoice. That's when Grandma stood. She hadn't spoken a word until now. Slowly, she stepped to the head of the table, rested a trembling hand on a chair, and said, I raised 3 of you, fed you, changed your diapers, protected you, and when I couldn't stand anymore, you left me with frozen beans and moldy pie while you drank champagne bought with stolen money. Her voice hardened. You're lucky it's him coming for you, because if it were just me. She didn't need to finish, the silence finished it for her. Dad muttered something and stormed out. Emily broke into tears, reached for Grandma, who turned away. Jacob glared. You're not family anymore. I smiled. No, I'm finally free. They thought I was bluffing, even with the email open, even after Grandma's quiet fury filled the room. They thought they'd wear me down like always. But the version of me who accepted crumbs and thanked them for it, he died the day they spent $8,500 of my savings on piña coladas and a cruise buffet. Day 1, silence, no calls, no apologies, just Grandma and me, eating microwave oatmeal in a house that suddenly felt cavernous, checking her account every few hours. Nothing. Day 2, I hit send. Every file, every recording, every screenshot, filed with the state, CC'd to every newsroom for 100 miles. At 6:13 p.m., I got the reply, thank you for your submission, a case has been opened. Day 3, it blew up. Jacob cracked first. I woke up to a dozen missed calls, texts swinging from guilt to rage. It wasn't like that. You're going to destroy your own family over money? Then came Mom. You're being dramatic. Please take the post down. Let's talk. I didn't answer. I just forwarded everything to my attorney, Natalie. Cold, surgical, and brilliant, Natalie had been coordinating with Grandma's legal advisor since the night I pressed record on Kelly's confession. By noon, formal letters of intent to sue had been delivered to Mom and Dad, Emily, and Jacob. No one was bluffing now. Charges: elder financial abuse, unauthorized access to retirement accounts, misappropriation of family loans. Amount due, including interest and damages, $14,322.85. That evening, Mom showed up at the door looking wrecked, no makeup, slumped hair, empty eyes. Can we talk? She asked. I folded my arms. Only if you brought a checkbook. She pulled out an envelope, a cashier's check, $8,500. My loan, I said. No interest? She snapped. You're lucky to get this. We're being ruined. You did this. You turned your back on your own mother. I stepped outside, closed the door behind me. No, I'm turning my back on a thief. A few days later, Emily called me, from her work phone. Her voice trembled. The articles everywhere. Headline: Family steals disabled grandmother's pension, abandons her at Christmas, grandson fights back. 42,000 shares in a night. Her job at the boutique marketing firm? Gone. Her name was in every screenshot. Her leeches and negativity text, now a viral meme. I'm getting fired, she wailed. Do you know what you've done? I answered plainly. Returned the favor, now pay your share. She did, 4 installments, each one confirmed, no shortcuts. Jacob was last. He laughed it off at first. My boss doesn't care, it's all fake anyway. Then Kelly left him. Filed for separation, Said she wouldn't raise kids in a house that lived off lies. She called me. I'm sorry it took this long, she said, but I finally see who he is. Need help finding a place? I asked. She paused. Only if it comes with no strings attached. It does, because you did the right thing. 2 days later, Jacob showed up, unshaven, red-eyed, furious. You're a fool, he spat. You ruined everything. I handed him a letter from Natalie, court motion to garnish his wages. He tried to rip it in half. I didn't blink. Pay every penny, I said, or we freeze your accounts. I'm not bluffing. Ask him. By the end of week 2, every cent was repaid. $8,500 from Mom and Dad. $3,100 from Emily, with interest. $2,700 from Jacob, courtesy of a humiliating loan from his boss. Total, $14,300 and change. I used $3,000 to fix my teeth. $2,000 to buy Grandma a lift chair and hire a part-time nurse. The rest went into an account only she and I could touch. When I showed her the paperwork, she cried. They took everything from me, she whispered, but they didn't take you. And that was the real win. Not just the money. Not the legal victory. I got myself back. The burden I'd carried for years, the guilt, the obligation, the quiet ache of being the least loved, it slid off like a coat that never fit. And for the first time in a long time, I stood tall. They stopped calling, and you know what? The silence wasn't hollow. It was sharp, precise. Not the suffocating silence of shame. Not the nervous hush of guilt, but the clean, clinical quiet that follows a successful surgery. The infection was gone. The money was back. The house was calm. And Grandma? She slept through the night without flinching at every creak. No longer terrified someone would sneak in and finish robbing her of what little she had left. As for me, I was becoming untouchable. In the weeks that followed, I didn't just recover money. I reclaimed my life. I quit the job that drained me. Landed a remote contract with better pay and my time back. I took Grandma to her favorite place, a no-frills diner with peeling linoleum and coffee that tasted like burnt rubber. She laughed harder than I'd heard in years. I miss this, she said, dunking fries in her milkshake. You mean your cardiologist misses this? I teased. She grinned. I'd rather die laughing with you than choking on cruise shrimp with those snakes. Fair point. But peace comes with its echoes. They didn't call, but they whispered. Oh, they whispered. Emily lit candles in church and posted about forgiveness, like it was something I'd denied her. Mom told cousins I'd manipulated Grandma in her old age, conveniently forgetting she used Grandma's pension to cover liposuction payments. And Jacob? He went full soap opera. Posted a reel with dramatic music and a Succession voiceover. Pretending to be some wronged prince in a kingdom of betrayal. Caption: Some people would rather see you fall than rise with you. I laughed so hard I almost dropped my phone. Rise with you? You tried to bury me alive and steal my wallet on the way out. They wanted to rewrite the story. But I had the truth. And I had the receipts. 3 weeks later, everything shifted. I was at the grocery store with Grandma, pushing a squeaky cart, loading up on soup and ginger ale, when a woman approached. Older, well-dressed, gentle eyes. Excuse me, she said softly, are you the one from the article? I stiffened. She smiled. The grandson who stood up, who saved his grandmother. Yeah, that's me. She glanced at Grandma, then back at me. I just wanted to say thank you. My mother went through something similar. But no one fought for her. I wish someone had. She touched my arm, light, sincere, then walked away. I looked at Grandma. She stood frozen, hand hovering over a can of soup, eyes glossy with tears. I didn't think anyone saw us, she whispered. They do now, I said. And that's when I understood, this wasn't about vengeance. Or money. Or proving I wasn't weak.